So I was thinking about, her 40-year legacy and what really defines that. And obviously, she's taught hundreds and hundreds of students. She's touched thousands of patients. She's advocated and made huge advancements in the profession as a whole. And those things, of course, speak for themselves. But what I think of as Mary's greatest legacy is really just her humanity in it all. Because I had kind of had this preconceived notion and fear, really, that when you enter the medical field, you kind of have to separate yourself from the work, and you kind of have to put up an emotional divide. And I was worried about that, and Mary refuses to do that. And it wasn't just with patients either. It was with her students too. That carries on how much she cares for her patients, how much she cares for her students. Like I said, she bought me a pair of mittens when my hands were cold. She baked me a chicken casserole as a vegan when I had COVID. Every single June, she hosted a birthday celebration because she knew I didn't have any family in the area to give me that. She maintains her emotion and her passion unforgivingly through it all. And I think that is really what makes her so special. And that's the greatest probably takeaway I have gotten from having Mary as my mentor, is that you don't have to separate. You shouldn't separate it. And if you just maintain your humanity and your kindness, that really makes all the difference.
There's a little white duck. Do you know that song? Sitting in the water. A little white duck.
I don't know that one.
Don't you know that one?
She's probably one of the most positive people. I don't know that she's had a bad day in 27 years that I've seen her.
Mary has just been a delight to work with. She just cuts through the junk and goes to the core of the issue. I remember Mary had tough pregnancies. She had a lot of morning sickness, and so she took time off, and then one day I hear her in the back of the office, and I thought, well, Mary, are you okay? And she said, I decided I can throw up here as well as home, and I might as well be useful to somebody.
She's my partner in crime. She is such a dear friend. And this isn't sad for me because she's a lifelong friend, And she is so funny. Oh my gosh, her humor. Oh, well, I don't have to tell you that, I just love her. I love her, so.
The other thing that Mary brought to our practice in partnership with her buddy, Judy Petronak, was they started an orthoptic training program. The ability of Mary and her dedication to this has just produced these absolutely wonderful students, and all of whom have such rave reviews of training here with Mary and Judy and the education that they received.
I'm so grateful that she took the time to do that for me and for all the other students that she had. That was a huge undertaking. So, she's changed so many people's lives just deciding, yep, I'm going to take that next step and I'm going to start teaching. So it was just an amazing thing that she did, and I'm so happy she did it.
Mary, she honestly has the biggest heart. She is so understanding, and she always sees the good in people. And so just being able to shadow her, for years and learn from her, and I'm still learning from her to this day. She brings a new perspective, and she always, meets that person at the level where they're at and then tries to help them understand, and she never belittles anyone.
Mary is very beloved by all the residents that pass through here. If you ask a resident what they liked about the rotation, working with Mary is inevitably one of the things that they mention. She is extremely patient, she's extremely friendly, and she explains everything very clearly. So, and residents really find her approachable, so they have no issues with coming to her when they have questions. She's really just a huge asset to our program.
Spending so much time with Mary, especially as a first year, being in the room, learning about the sensory motor exam, seeing how she was with kids and her passion about teaching, that is what made me really fall in love with the field. And so I've told her this before, but she is probably one of the biggest reasons why I went into pediatric ophthalmology.
I have learned so much about strabismus, pediatric ophthalmology, from Mary. She is the core and the center of our academic practice here. She's taught residents and fellows and attendings and everyone she meets because she knows more about pediatric ophthalmology than most people on the planet.
Mary doesn't think of anybody differently. Everybody's on the same level, same playing field, and it's something that we really all should consider when we're treating patients and handling their parents.
You know, you have to be patient to see kids, and Mary has that in spades. You know, way more patient than I've ever been.
I think what I've been most impressed with is your level-headed attitude, both with the kids and with the residents especially. You have an amazing knack with children. I'm very impressed with how great a teacher you are. With regard to the residents, you make complex concepts simple and understanding to them. And that's not an easy task. You have made sure that these residents will be better physicians down the road.
And very early on, you took on a mentor quality and leadership role in my early career. And then over time, you really became a friend. And you know, I'm really, really fortunate to be able to say that you are my friend.
There are many reasons why I joined this group, but pediatrics wasn't one of them. Pediatrics actually intimidated me. But Mary broke it down in ways to make it so understandable that I understood that it's just about the development of a child. Being there, helping them through this process so that we can then get everything we need to care for them. She's like that with everyone in her life. She's like that with the residents, the fellows, the attendings, peers, and friends.
Everyone that has had the pleasure and has been lucky enough to work with Mary over these 40 years has really kind of received one great lesson above all from her, and that it's that time spent on others is always time well spent. And I'm really proud to be a part of that legacy.
So while all these are good traits, the best thing is it's just been fun working with Mary these 40 years.
She's very approachable, and I love the aura around her. She's very funny and a little sarcastic. She knows that. And I just want to say happy anniversary, 40th anniversary to her. Yeah.
Just the way she presents herself and to patients is amazing, and you can tell that she really loves doing what she does every day. And it's awesome that she stuck with it for 40 years.
40 years as an orthoptist is an insane accomplishment, and I wish you as many more years as you're willing to give us.
Happy 40th anniversary, Mary. We are so lucky to have you. I'm so lucky to have you around. And most importantly, I cannot believe that you don't work on Fridays. Like, it feels very purposeful that you're trying to avoid me.
Again, her humor, her dedication, her optimism. You know, she's super sarcastic and dry, but she is very optimistic, as you know. She's just, yeah, she's like the whole big package.
Happy 40th anniversary, Mary. It's kind of a crazy achievement that you've managed. Appreciate you doing all the training that you do. All the orthoptics students appreciate you. All the love you bring to the field of orthoptics and ophthalmology in general. Love you, Mary.
Happy anniversary, Mary. So lucky to have the time to work with you. You're the best.
Mary, I think you know how much you mean to me. You have helped me out so much in my personal life, from when I had the kids, right? just being little babies and me not being able to do everything on my own.
You made going to work more of being able to see a friend and being more of a family place. So I so appreciate you. I so appreciate your mentorship. More importantly, I really appreciate your friendship.
It doesn't matter who, when, where. You could be a doctor, you could be a parent, you could be somebody that just walked in the door, and is having a bad day. She wants to know everybody, and she will tell you that. She wants to be in this clinic, she wants to be working with patients. She misses her patients when she's not with them.
Mary is just phenomenal. Mary is just an absolutely incredible orthoptist and human being. And I feel so blessed that I have had a chance to work with her and honestly to have learned from her over all of these years. When I first started practice, she not only made me feel very comfortable in this environment and in practicing ophthalmology, but Mary just provides the highest quality of work that you could ever ask for. And she is so dedicated to every child that walks into the room. When she examines a child, time is not a factor. She will probe into every part that she needs to make sure that she's doing the best for that child. And she does an incredible workup, and she's, she's just a wonderful human being.
My goodness, I am just so grateful that by joining this practice, I was able to become, a part of your life, and you're so important to me. And congratulations on a brilliant career, and just, I love you.
So Mary, I would not be here today if it wasn't for you. You are such a wonderful mentor, leader, and I really respect you. You have a heart of gold, and you have touched so many lives throughout your career, and I'm just so grateful that I was able to be one of the people that you were able to impact. So thank you.
Oh my gosh. What hasn't Mary brought to my life? I was thinking about this, and not often can you say that somebody is your started as your coworker and then became your mentor and then became my friend and then became my mom. And I mean, she's given me everything. She's given me my job, which then turned into my husband, which then turned into my family. And, without Mary, I don't know where I would be right now.
Yeah. I just wanted to also mention that patients are more than patients to Mary, and students are more than students to her. And she will always be so much more than a mentor to me.